When you think of Charleston's history, you think of downtown. But the Charleston area has a lot of history of its own. And it's impossible to start anywhere else than Liberty Hill in North Charleston. We are standing on hollowed ground, which is historical. The land on this side of East Montague and the land on that side of East Montague, 4 freed slaves in 1871 purchased this property. Those freed men, they were trying to build a community, which they called Liberty Hill. Hey, Miss Carolyn, how you doing? I'm doing well.
Good to see you.
Always great to see you.
This is a copy of the original deed for Liberty Hill. 112 acres of property in 1871 for $900. Yeah.
Wow.
It names the 4 men: Ishmael Grant, Aaron Middleton, William LeCue, and Plenty LeCue. Now, these were free people of color, but they just came out of the period of slavery. And with so little, they did so much.
Yes.
It doesn't put a burden on our shoulders, but means we really have some big shoes to fill, you know?
Yes, ma'am.
And I think by your position as mayor, they're seeing their dream come true. This is the dream of the slaves. My great-great-grandfather, who was one of the founding fathers of Liberty Hill, his burial place was right here. I kept saying, why are all these headstones going this way? Then I realized they're all facing east toward Africa.
Africa, oh, wow. A lot of great people have come from Liberty Hill from 1871 to now.
Right.
This is the Mecca for North Charleston. Liberty Hill is the first.
That's so important that we tell our own story.
My name is Jackie Odom Michael. I am one of the resident Gullah storytellers at Boone Hall Plantation. Gullah Geechee is a lifestyle. It's those of us who are descendants from those West Africans who were brought here specifically to work the rice culture. On the plantation, we learned how to survive, learned how to use the land to take care of ourselves. It was like a village. If you go to our islands like John's Island, Wadmalaw Island, in the deep country, you still find our people, you still find the language. We are an important part of the culture here, and there's a richness to our history in song, in dance, in education, in science. I sometimes can get teary-eyed and full when I think about how far we've come, and the fact that I do have an audience that's receiving me and receiving what I've said, and that they too have gained more knowledge. There's a story behind folks in Charleston, and especially the Gullah Geechee people.
Living from the earth, growing, harvesting, collecting are ways of the community. My name is Corey Alston. I'm a member of the Gullah community. Sweetgrass baskets originated as a tool. Part of bringing West Africans into the coast of Carolina is because of their knowledge. Knowing how to dry, grow, plant, cultivate, and winnow rice. Working in the Charleston City Market, I'm able to articulate my ancestry. We use similar grasses that the enslaved found when they were brought into the Americas. We're able to sustain our livelihoods and also be traditional, and now being recognized as sweetgrass basket makers as the South Carolina state handcraft. I've been very adamant of keeping my culture alive. The tradition of the Gullah culture is our true lineage of our ancestry.
Black history and culture is embedded in the fabric of Charleston. One of the places this is evident is in the food. Places like Bertha's in Union Heights and My Three Sons are sharing parts of our history through food. Red rice, shrimp, and grits, okra, all come from the Gullah culture.
My name is Julia Grant.
And my name is Linda Pinckney.
And we are the owners of Bertha's Kitchen. Union Heights as a community, really everybody kind of treats everybody like family. Growing up, it was always the neighbor's kids that wanted to come by and eat. My mom would always feed whoever was hungry.
So my oldest brother, Bobby, said, well, maybe you need to start cooking for a living. That's how she really started her cooking business.
We started in a small one-room apartment on Arbutus Avenue, and then it evolved to this building here.
We learned the recipe from our mom, and she learned it from her mom, you know, passed down from generation to generation. It's an honor to carry on the tradition of Bertha's Kitchen, because without our mom, we won't be where we're at today.
You can come visit these neighborhoods, and the place to really learn more is the International African American Museum.
My name is Brian Sheffy, and I'm the director for the Center for Family History at the International African American Museum here in Charleston, South Carolina. What I love about the International African American Museum is it really does tell kind of the past, the present, and the hopeful futures for African American culture and history here in the United States. You will find stories that will move you. You will see artifacts that will blow your mind. We have wonderful kiosks that have Family Search on them, which is a free service for people to research their ancestry. We really enjoy teaching the public about where they can find records like census records, marriage records, sadly death records, all of those kind of things that we use to document our family. To see what formerly enslaved people built coming out of slavery with no assistance. But they had an idea, they had faith, and they built these wonderful communities. And you can feel the pride that their descendants have in what they built. And what I find really hopeful is there's just a real passion to recreate the vision that the people's ancestors had.
It reminds us who we are and where we came from. That's what it reminds us. We came a long way, and our foreparents will be very, very proud to see that we hadn't forgot where we came from.